الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك وحبيبك ونبيك سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل وسلم عليه في الأولين وصل وسلم عليه في الآخرين وصل وسلم عليه أفضل ما صليت وسلمت على أحد من العالمين. When you heard about any talk about marriage, it's not about just how to get married. Maybe many of you are married, but it's also about how to maintain your marriage. It's also about some tips about parenting and how to raise your children properly. Because nowadays we live in a very difficult lifestyle that causes a lot of problems. I personally did counseling for more than 26 years. I heard a lot of problems between spouses during these years from different countries. So I just came today to share with you some experience of this counseling. And also I deal with a lot of youth in Manchester, try to do a matchmaking. My students, female students, male students, because many of our youth are struggling nowadays in this issue. And many also of those who married long time ago, what I realized, that if they just know some tips, they will avoid a lot of problems. So the first thing I want to talk about is why we get married. Marriage is ibadah. In the day of judgment, when Allah will ask you how was your prayer, and He also will ask you how did you treat your spouse. It's a ibadah. But is it an ultimate goal in this life? No. Some people then don't get married till they're passed away. Because we are not here just to marry. We are here to worship Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. But from that worship there is a test. To get married, to have a children, or to live that life together with someone else. That's another test from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. That another person may come from different background, different ethnicity, different. So this is the sunnah of Anbiya. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا رُسُلًا مِّن قَبْلِكَ وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُمْ أَزْوَاجًا وَذُرِّيَّةً. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our role model, he get married and he teach us a lot of skills in this ibadah. The first question I always ask my students, are you ready? Are you ready for marriage? Because many youth think marriage is just to have a very nice weddings and to save some money, and then you will have that nice wedding and that's it. Are you ready for marriage? For me is the most important question for youth. How do I know that I am ready? Number one, because marriage means you live with someone else, long life. That means need a certain skills. Number one, are you ready emotionally? What does that mean? Means you live someone from different background. Are you ready to apologize when you made mistake? That's art of apology you need to learn. Otherwise the marriage will be very difficult. You know, many people, they get married, especially men, to apologize for them. This is something, oh, I can't do that. In some cultures, there's just a definition of manhood. Don't apologize ever. Then this will make marriage very difficult. Emotionally means are you ready to understand someone else? The skills of understanding the opposite gender, that's a big issue. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to listen attentively? Listening skills is very important when it comes to marriage. Do you know that in Sahih Bukhari and Muslim we have a long hadith, maybe 3 pages in both Muslim and Bukhari, called Hadith Zara. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that time the busiest man in Medina, the head of the government, the judge of Medina, the only imam, the only khatib, the only teacher, the one who will visit every single sick person in Medina, the one who will follow every janaza in Medina, the most busiest man in Medina. But when he came home after Isha, that's a time for his wives. So he came one day, and his wife Aisha radiallahu anha, he told him a long story about 11 women in Jahiliyyah. They gathered together and they said to each other, let us talk about our husbands. And every woman tried to talk about her husband frankly. Long hadith. And the last 11 one is Zara. And she talked in details. Zara, when Rasulullah ﷺ heard all the story, he never interrupted Aisha radiallahu anha. He never said to her, what's this? I came very tired, and you talk about some women and they talk about their husband. That's not my business. He never say that. He listened attentively, and he picked the best example of the 11 women, Zara. And he said, كنت لك كأبي زرع لأم زرع غير أني لا أطلقك في خارج الصحيحين. It means I will be with you like Abu Zar' Zara. However, I will never get you divorced, because Abu Zar' in the story he get divorced. Look at, he listen attentively. You know, there's a big difference between just to hear or to listen. Because one of the big problems between spouses that usually the husband doesn't master the skill of listening. Women, may Allah bless them, they want to talk a lot. And they're waiting for you. They have a lot of stories. That's their nature, to delve in details. If you don't master the skills of listening, that will cause a lot of problems. So you came home, and you just take your mobile phone, and she is talking, and you're scrolling. Yes, yes, I'm with you, I'm with you. Carry on, carry on. And she'll get angry, because that's not listening. When you come home, this is the time of your wife and children. So try to listen carefully. So this is just to be ready emotionally, that need a lot of skills. Listening, understanding, the art of apology, to admit if you made mistakes. Another dimension of readiness, are you ready mentally? That means there's a lot of to plan for the future, to take responsibility. You know, man has a qawama. He is the leader of the family. Leader here means a lot of responsibility on your shoulder. That means when you come home and there is a problem, even a tiny problem, you can't say, oh, I was home, I was outside all the day, I'm busy, leave me alone, and you go upstairs. No, you have to take responsibility. If you are not ready for that, it means you are not ready for marriage. Marriage means responsibility. Another dimension of readiness is to ready spiritually. You know, some people, they said, I want to get married because I want my spouse to fill me. Some of them, oh, I can't wake up for Fajr, but inshallah when I get married, my wife will wake me up. Or the wife say the opposite. Don't wait your spouse to fill you. If you want to ready for marriage, then fill yourself first. What does that mean? Sometimes some of us have a trauma from a childhood. And he said, I will get married, then that trauma will gone. No, don't transfer your trauma to someone else. Go to a therapy or psychologist and try to fix yourself first, and then look for someone to marry. Don't carry that trauma and think that someone will. Your wife is not a therapy. Or for sisters, your husband is not a therapy. No, fix yourself first, and then you will be ready for marriage. To be ready for marriage is to learn how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to deal with his wives. That's very important. How Rasulullah sallam. I would advise anyone who is just about to get married, go and learn about how Rasulullah sallam used to treat his wives sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because he is our role model, and he came in a time of Arabia that, well, the men in Mecca especially, from the definition of manhood that time, they will be very harsh. They will not ask their wife for any opinions. It's shame for them, for example, to take care of their children and show that mercy and love. One man came to Rasulullah sallam, and he saw Rasulullah sallam kiss Al-Hasan. He said, I had 10 children, I never kissed one of them. Subhanallah. So in that environment, he came to teach the humanity how to deal with our wives sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just small examples. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, always when he wants some water, his wife will bring the water, and he always say, you first. So ladies first is not new. And then when she doesn't want water, and then she drink a bit and then give it to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He look in the cup where his wife drink from, and then he drink from the same place. Look, these tiny things which increase love between spouses. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He expressed his love in that environment. Who is the most beloved to you? He said, Aisha. Frankly, he just teach us. So, are you ready? Means a lot of dimensions. So that means to ready to live with someone else. One of the most important dimension of readiness is to know the nature of opposite gender. That not just for those who look for marriage, but for those who already married. If you want to avoid a lot of problems, you know, many problems in marriage, just tiny problems, come from one aspect. You don't understand the nature of opposite gender. That can cause a lot of problems. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala created us differently. Men and women are not the same in nature. We are different. Not to compete, but to complete each other. So if you expect your spouse to talk just like you, to think just like you, to solve the problem just like you, you'll live in a lot of confusion, because that will never happen. So that to learn that, very important. Just few examples. Number one, we as a men, we affected by what we see more than what anything else. The woman affected by what they hear more. That means when you come home and you see your wife is dressed well and the room is tidy, straight away you'll see all of this, because you affected by what you see. But unfortunately, you will remain silent. You will not say anything. Your wife waiting for a word. She did all of this. She just needs some praising. She affected now by what she hear. And you remain silent. You don't care about all of this, what I did? Look at all of this. Ah, yes, I saw it. And I like it. Okay, why you not say it? Then the problem now goes. And they have a big argument. If you know the nature, you'll avoid that but just nice words. That's why to praise women all the time is essential in marriage, because she affected by what they hear. The food, how she dress, how she cook, even the food you don't like it, don't say it frankly. That's just to avoid a lot of problems. So that praise, because she struggle a lot in it. She spent maybe 2 hours to cook this, and you say, oh, I don't like it. That's not good. So if you that nature, you'll avoid a lot of problems. Another also difference is that when we are stressed, we act in different nature also. We as a men, the majority of men, when they have a problem, big problem, they're stressful, they want to go to their cave. We don't want anyone to talk to us. The woman came, what's the problem? Can you tell me? I just want peace. I want to take my time. If our sisters know this, you will recognize straight away from the face of her husband, okay, I will remove him in his cave. I will leave him in his cave. After a while, when that finishes, the husband will come and talk by himself. Women are opposite. When she is stressful, has a problem, she needs you to ask her. So if you don't know this nature, you will come, she's not in the mood, okay, and you go upstairs. She doesn't care about me. What's this? He doesn't care about me. She waiting for you to say, what's the problem? Another example of that, when we have a problem as a man, we always want to fix problem. We always look at the solution. How can I fix that problem? Women are different. They will fix problem by talking about the problem. Talking itself is a process of solving problem. So when you come home and your wife said, I was busy all the day with the kids and they are annoying, and she started to make some problems. You straight away, how can I fix that problem? Okay, what if you did that? Put them in the bed. What if you? She doesn't want some solutions. She wants you to talk. Start, subhanallah, may Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala help you, subhanallah, that's too much. I wish I will be with you and I can carry this burden. She will be very happy. But don't try to fix straight away. No, listen. Go with her with that process. This just different nature. When we know that, we can avoid a lot of problems. In the life of marriage, it's very important, if you don't like some habit of your spouse, to say it. Say it frankly, but politely. But don't hide it. For example, when you get married and some of you are very organized. You come from a family, everything is organized and tidy. Another one, no. You throw everything in everywhere. Different nature. So when you came and you just throw your socks or your shoes your wife is very organized. She's very annoyed now. But she hide that. My sisters, don't hide something annoying you. Say it, but politely. Wait for the right time and say it in very polite way. Because if you hide it, what will happen? You hide it the first day, the second day, after 1 week, and every day you see the same thing. And one day you just explode. What's this? Stop! Don't do this. And the husband shocked. Why she's angry suddenly? Because she carried that anger a long time. Don't carry that. Say it frankly but politely. And for the husband, the same thing. If we learn that, we can avoid a lot of problems. Because many problems just start with small problems when we remain silent. And that's not just in marriage, but in marriage, because you live together all the time, it's very important to say it. But in relationship, in any relationship, if you hide what you hurt you long time, that's not good. Not good for your health. And not good for your relationship. They give an example. If someone just put his feet on your toe, on your feet also accidentally, and that hurt you. So some people, they will remain silent. They feel shy to say, please, can you remove your feet? And you remain silent. After a while, you will shout to him. And maybe you swear. And then he surprised. He didn't know that his feet is there. That's just an example of relationship sometimes, especially close relationship. It's very important to talk frankly, not to hide that. So if you know that, you will be ready for marriage. And when you come to marriage also, there is a social readiness. There's a dimension called social. What's that? Marriage is not just a relationship between two individuals. It's a relationship between two families. When you get married, there's a new now circle called in-laws. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, بشرا لقد خلقنا الإنسان جعلناه بشرا لا إله إلا الله لا سورة الفرقان وصهرا. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said that the relationship here is two types, in-laws and lineage. خلق من الماء بشرا فجعله نسبا وصهرا. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala created us, and there is two main relationships, in-laws and lineage. If you get married to someone not from your lineage, you have a new relationship, in-laws. How you will deal with them, and how the sister will deal with her in-laws. You should learn about this, because that's a social readiness. For example, in the first year, that's a very common problem. Is it better for the couples to live with their in-laws, to the family of the husband, for example, or it's better to live separately? I would say, out of a lot of experience and problems in this country, I would advise every couples to live separately, especially in the first year. I would encourage every parents to encourage them to do that. But it's a message for parents, especially those in their traditions. I need my son to live with me. He will live with you. Separately doesn't mean he will go distance. They just will sleep in apartment, but all the day they are with you. That's very important, because the sister doesn't have a lot of experience in marriage. That can cause a lot of problems. But if you live separately, but during the day you're always there, he is with you and she is with you. They will support you. Let them grow separately, and then they will be mature. In-laws, sometimes it's a big burden for the husband. The husband should always set a balance. Sometimes his mother says something and his wife says something. That's now the responsibility of the husband to have a balance of that. Yes, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala told us to take care of our parents, but also Allah also told us to take care of our wives. Be just. Try to listen attentively. Try to make this problem, solve it in a way that you will make each party close to each other. And there is a lot of skills in that. That's another also. So now suppose you are not ready and you get married. One of the obstacles here is that in traditions of many Muslims nowadays, that when it comes to the wedding, some people, they want this wedding to spend many money in that weddings. And then they will leave those couples broke after that one night. No, we want the biggest hall in London. We want to invite many people. They will know who are we. No, you know, so and so, their wedding cost them £50,000. We'll never be just down in this. What's this? That's not from Islam. This is dunya. If you want to live Islam in your life, don't imitate people when they do something wrong. Because if everyone do it, some of us have capability and financial capability. Some of us don't have. Why you make life difficult for many youth? And they just want to imitate each other. If you are rich man, this is a good opportunity to make it simple, to give example for others to follow you. Because it's not about just weddings. Wedding just the starting point of long life in marriage. If you spend all this money just for that, that's not good. Or sometimes when we come to the dowry and mahar, people are two types. Some of them, which is the majority, they want very expensive mahar. Why? I want to make sure that my daughter is safe. It's not a financial transaction here. Mahar is a gift for a woman and a sign that a man is serious for that relationship. That's it. It's not something for the father to say, no, I want 100,000, 150,000. We are Muslims. When the traditions contradict with Islam, we stick with our deen. Don't make zawaj difficult for youth nowadays. And also in the opposite side, we have some people, usually they want to be more religious, but they misunderstand something. When they come to the dowry and mahar, they say, oh, my dowry just, I don't want anything from you. If you want to write something, write £1 as a mahar. Or if you can teach her Quran, that's your mahar. They thought that's the ideal mahar in Islam, which is not. The ideal mahar in Islam should be something financially value. It should be a money. بِمَا أَنفَقُوا مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ, as Allah said. And the evidence for that, Rasulullah sallallahu all his weddings, he give money for mahar. He never give anything. Oh, he never say, okay, I will teach you Quran as a mahar. He will never do that. For every single one of his wives. And all his companions, they never do that. Except one situation. Some people misunderstand this situation. That when a man came, he wanted to get married, Rasulullah asked him, do you have something as a mahar? He said, I am very poor. He said, no, look for something. Even a ring, give her a ring. He went and said, sorry, I don't have anything. Rasulullah then said, do you learn some Quran? He said, yes, okay. Teach her Quran and that's your mahar. That's exception in the end. So mahar should be something valuable but not expensive. Just a sign that he is ready, and a gift, honor from a man to a woman. Now you get married and the wedding is finished now. In the first year of marriage, that's the most important year. When you know each other more, you know the differences, you know the nature of each other, you set the boundaries, come close to it and to understand each other, the marriage will last for a lot of happiness. But if there is a struggle in the beginning, then you have to seek help. You have to seek help. For those who married for a long time, I will give you some examples now to maintain this marriage, and sometimes also for parenting. Because when we get married and now we have children, that's another also challenge. It's a message for everyone who his wife is in the first pregnancy in her life. I will give you a golden advice. The first 3 months of pregnancy and the last 3 months of pregnancy is very, very important. Wife needs your support emotionally. You have to expect that you will come home and she is not in the mood. Why? Because she is pregnant. Very simple. Don't surprise and what's going on? I left the home and everything is okay. I came. Pregnancy is not easy. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, وَهْنًا عَلَى وَهْنٍ. A lot of weaknesses. And one of these weaknesses is changing of the mood. So if you don't understand that, that will cause a lot of problems. So expect that and try to deal with it. She needs your support. If you work a lot of hours during the day, try to reduce that hours, especially the last 3 months. Your wife needs you. That support is very important. And then when she gives birth, and now that's the time for a man to show now his love, his responsibility. because she's very weak in that period. It's not shame for you to cook and to learn how to cook and to help your wife, to bring the cook for her bed. That's instead out of love. That's evidence of a strong manhood. Because we are the qawwam, we are the one who take the responsibility. When you have a children, one of the main misunderstanding, some men thought that children is the responsibility of women. I don't know where you get this from, but it's not in Quran or Sunnah that the children is just the responsibility of women. You have both responsibility. So especially nowadays, we live in a time that in the past, in our back home, our aunties, our uncles, our grandparents, they all will help us in this. But in this country, only you and her. So you need to involve. You know, there's a phenomena in Europe or Western countries, especially for the absent father. Nowadays, even in Muslim countries, absent father. He's working all the day. His children see him just rarely. He also have another job in the weekend. Why you busy yourself or your children need you? I want to make them stable financially. That's not an excuse. If you miss a period of their time, especially childhood, you will regret. They need your presence. So try, in the weekend, this is for my family. No any extra job unless something necessary. They need you. And when you sit with your children, you need to understand the art of parenting. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala taught us the art of parenting in Surah Luqman. Luqman is a wise man. Allah praised him, وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةِ. Hikmah is a nice word which every one of us want to gain this hikmah. Hikmah is to put the right thing in the right place in the right time. But when Allah talk about hikmah in Quran, for example, in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَمَنْ يُؤْتَ الْحِكْمَةِ فَقَدْ أُوتِيَ خَيْرًا كَثِيرًا. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah talk about how to spend your money. الشيطان يعيدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء والله يعيدكم مغفرة منه وفضلا والله واسع عليم يؤتي الحكمة من يشاء. Means one of the manifestation of hikmah is to donate in the sake of Allah. Because people may think hikmah is to save, never donate. Why I should gain this money and give it to someone else? No, I will save it just for me. Allah said that's not hikmah. Why? Because you are here for just temporary. You should save for your akhirah. You have two bank accounts. One is in dunya and one is in akhirah. Don't make that in akhirah empty. When you donate, that's out of hikmah. But when he comes to Surah Luqman, he gives us another manifestation of hikmah. How Luqman raised his children. وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِابْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. Luqman, when Luqman said to his beloved son, while he is giving him maw'idha, وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ. This statement in Arabic, this waw al-hal, means while he is giving him direct speech. What does that mean? It means Luqman rarely give direct advice to his son. Only sometimes. That's a good tip for parenting. Don't advise your children all the time. You know, this is wrong in parenting. Some parents, they try to fix every single mistake with their children. If he is just drinking water and the cup fall down, he will make a long speech. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. I told you many times that this is wrong. And then you give him khutbah just about that the cup is nothing. Why you break the heart of your son because of cup? You will buy it £5. But you should focus on the big mistakes. If they miss their salah, this is a red flag. If they shout to you or disrespect, that's a red flag. If they just surround with a bad company, that's a red flag. There's some big mistakes. But if you follow every single mistake, then they will not take advice from you. We are a human being. In our nature, we don't like someone to advise us in every single moment. We don't like that. Even Rasulullah, the one, if he talk, you will never get bored of his talking. However, Ibn Mas'ud said, كَانَ يَتَخَوَّلُنَا بِالْمَوْعِظَ مَخَافَةِ السَّامَنِ. When he give us direct speech, he give it us just sometimes. Because he knows the nature of a human being. So number one, just focus on the main things. Number two, Ya Bunay. Every single statement in the ayat, Luqman start with Ya Bunay, Ya Bunay, Ya Bunay. Oh my beloved son, oh my beloved son, oh my beloved son. That means love. Try to plant the seed of love before you give advice. That seed of love should plant first. They should remember you with that moment of love, not just the moment of advice. They should see your love in your acting, in your voice, when you look at them, in your body language. You should sit with them and ask with them about their wishes, about their problems. They should realize your presence. When you build that love, go with them to the park. Go with them in the holiday. Involve in their details. That's what increases love. And when you talk to them, oh my beloved son. You know, some parents are expert in nicknames, very bad nicknames. They called every single child in a nickname horrible. Sometimes from traditions, Luqman, Ya Bunay, oh my beloved son. Love first. And then he focus on the priority. Ya Bunay, la tushrik billah. Don't associate anyone with God. Look, he go to the top. He didn't talk even about salah. Do you know salah is not in the top of the list? Yes, salah is not in the top of the list. Luqman will say Ya Bunay twice, and in the third one he will talk about salah. Subhanallah. Is there anything more important than salah? Yes. Knowing Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Because if the child doesn't know Allah, salah for him just responsibility. Salah, he doesn't know why he pray. Salah for him some movements and burden. Just I have to wake up in the Fajr. Why? I don't know. But when he know Allah and love Allah, now he will love salah. You understand me? When our daughters, oh, you have to wear hijab, you have to wear hijab, you are Muslims. If love of Allah is not there, she will see hijab just like something will restrict her. Just a piece of cloth in her head. But when she learn how to love Allah, she'll be very proud of that hijab. That's why Luqman 2 times, Ya Bunay, build the love of Allah, and then 3rd time, Aqim as-salah. And when Luqman teach his son the Tawheed, he teach in very nice way, in very logic way. Logic and emotional. How? La tushrik billah. Don't associate anyone with God. Inna ash-shirka la dhulmun azim. Shirk is dhulm. You know the most famous word that our kids always say is what? Not fair. Not fair. Did you hear this at home? So it's the same word. Luqman said, associating someone with God is not fair. He explained Tawheed in a way that the child will understand. Oh my beloved son, if someone created you, sustain you, give you everything you want, and you thank someone else. Is that fair? Is that justice? It's not fair. That's how we explain this tawheed. Allah gave us everything. And then after that he said, Ya bunay, innaha in taku mithqala habbatin min khardal. Now the second Ya bunay. But in Quran, between the first advice and the second advice, there's something. There is 2 ayahs. Luqman is not the one who is talking, but Allah Almighty is the one who is talking. Just he paused the advice of Luqman a little bit, then Allah himself talking. Why? Because he's talking about parents. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ. Why Luqman is not the one who said to, oh my beloved son, take care of your parents. Allah paused here, and Allah himself is the one who said, talk about parents. Because this is now a very important tip for parenting. Don't always say to your kids, obey me because I give you this, because I bring this, because nowadays we live in a time that they can leave you and they will go to a care home or any place and they will give them everything. What you'll say after that then? Don't reach this approach. When you talk about respect of parents, always quote Quran and Sunnah. Say, Allah Almighty said, take care of your parents. Prophet ﷺ said that. That's what Luqman, the ayat teach us. Then, when he talked about parents, Allah said, وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ. You know, in Quran we have 2 terms for parents. وَالِدَيْهِ and أَبَوَيْهِ. In English translation they said parents. But Arabic are very deep language. Walidain parents, Abawain parents. But there's slight difference in the roots. When I said Abaway, the roots here is Ab. Ab is what? Father. So when I say Abaway, the priority here is for the father. And when I say Waliday, this comes from Walida, the one who gives birth, which is the mother. Waliday, the priority is for the mother. In Quran, Allah used Abawain in 2 contexts. Number 1, in the ayat of inheritance, in Surah An-Nisa, وَلِأَبَوَيْهِ لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا. Why? Because usually the father share more than mother. Why? Because he has more responsibility. In inheritance, the one who has a lot of responsibility will take more. Not because he is female or male. No. Because he has a lot of responsibility. So for example, if someone passed away and he has just daughter and son, and he left 3,000 pounds, the son will take how many? How much? 2,000. And the daughter, 1,000. My daughter said, oh, that's not fair. How can just the daughter take 1,000? We'll say to them, because the responsibility of men more. If you just bear in mind, that continue till you understand the full picture. Now the daughter take 1,000, the son 2,000. If till that daughter get married, the responsibility is for her brother to take care of her Islamically. He should spend from his own money upon her. And when she wants to get married, the daughter will pay nothing. She will receive a dowry from her husband. However, for the son, if he wants to get married, he will give to his wife. You understand? So, Sharia look at the full system, not just one phase. So anyway, when Allah mentioned inheritance, He will say Abaway, not Waliday. The second context is Surah Yusuf. وَرَفَعَ أَبَوَيْهِ عَلَى الْعَرْشِ آوَى إِلَيْهِ أَبَوَيْهِ. Why? Because the main character of Surah Yusuf is Yaqub, the father. So he say Abaway, look. But whenever Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala encourage us to take care of our parents, He will always say وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. He never say وَبِالْأَبَوَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. It means take care of your mother more than your father. And whenever Allah mention any dua for the parents, always walidain. رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيْ, not وَلِأَبَوَيْ. In dua, you remember your mother more. So, then, this is suppose Luqman came again and say, Ya bunay, oh my beloved son. Salah? No. There's something before salah. Ya bunay, innaha in taku mithqala habbatin min khardal. He talk about the names of Allah and the attributes of Allah. Oh my son, Allah is watching you all the time. If there is a small seed in the rock, at the night, in the heavens or earth, Allah knows everything about that. Allah is watching you. So don't fear me, fear Allah. That He plant the seeds of love of Allah. Because that's the only, the best method for parenting. If your daughter or son, if your son now grow up, and you go to university, you are very now have that confidence. At university, he will fear Allah, and Allah is always with him. That's it. When he love Allah or she love Allah, they will take the right path. That's why he choose a careful name, very carefully the names. Inna Allah latifun khabir. Khabir, knowing everything about you. He is always with you. After that, Ya bunayya aqimis salah. Now they understand why they are praying. And they will love to pray. And he didn't say, Salli aqim. Establish salah. And the most important thing in salah is that khushu'. To pray with your heart. Not just with your body. And we say aqim as-salah. That's why in the other ayah, وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاسْطَبِرْ. Not wasbir. وَاسْطَبِرْ. He add one letter here, ta. When you add one letter, that means more emphasis. It means it's a long, you know, salah. We start this journey from 7 years old. Is it obligatory for the kids in 7 years old to pray? No. Why they pray? Just training. Training for many years. Can you imagine? 10 years, is it obligatory? No. It's obligatory till they become adults. So why they pray all these years? Just for training. Because this is the most important act. When they reach the adult, salah now is in their routine. They will never miss it. Aqim as-salah. The adhan is 22, I think. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll pause here after salah, after adhan. I'll just receive your questions, inshallah. Okay. Okay. I'll finish in 5 minutes, inshallah. Then, you know what after salah? وَأْمُرْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَانْهَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Spread da'wah. Why immediately after salah? Because when you pray properly, when you taste the sweetness of salah, you'll spread da'wah. You'll wish every single human being can taste what you tasted. So you'll spread this da'wah out of love. And when you spread da'wah, there's a lot of challenges. That's why, وَاصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا أَصَابَكَ. Be patient. And then Luqman teach him the etiquettes. It is very important to teach our kids etiquettes. The drink or eat from your right hand. Say Bismillah. All these etiquettes. How to talk. Like the Prophet ﷺ. Luqman teach them these details. So parenting also is skills. What the rest here, I told the the Imam, when he talked to me here, I said, I want to receive any questions after this, if that's okay, from men or women. I don't want to be just the one who talk. Then will make again dua against me in the end. So if there's any questions come to your mind in parenting, in marriage, try to raise it frankly. Don't be shy. If my sisters upstairs have any questions and they can deliver to us, I'm very happy to answer that also if I know the answer. Yes.
How does one do tatbiq, reconcile between his sihra, his in-laws, and his wife? How does he?
Okay. What if there is a conflict between in-laws, between his wife and his mother? Okay. If there is a conflict between his mother and his wife, number one, he should take a long breath and say, this is something very normal. It's not the end of the world. Okay. So long breath, please. And after that, he should say, he is the one who is responsible for reconciliation. If he doesn't know how, seek help. Because some tips. Number one, you should be just. Sometimes some husbands say, oh no, my mother definitely first. I will go with her side. He thought that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا means, I'll go with my mother's side even she is wrong. That's not Islam. Islam is balance. Don't say to her, you are wrong. No, but you should be just. How to be just? To listen carefully. Try to see these arguments. Okay, now you know one of them is wrong. Okay, mom is mom. Respect is always there. The way you talk to her is always out of respect. Mom, my mom, you know, this is just your daughter. You know, she doesn't have any experience. She came here to learn from your experience. If you are just be patient to learn from her, step by step, to let her give time, then she will learn from you step by step. Something like this. And then to your wife also, that you say some words to reassure her. I'll be always just, but if you are wrong, I will say to you, you are wrong. But I want you to know that this is something very normal. I love you so much, but my mother is something beyond me. Then, if he can do something practically, if the problem is constantly because they live in the same house, they should do something for this. Either set a plan after 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, to have his own apartment. That will be better. If the problem is constantly, if that's constant, it's better to separate. Also, he should, sometimes when he came, said, oh, I don't want to listen to all this. I try to solve this problem. You want to say to your wife, or show him that I don't want you to transfer to me every single details. Because this is my mother. Try, when you involve, to take your wife outside. One of the cause of this problem is the wife live with her in-laws and the man is always outside. They see each other just in bedtime. And that's your fault. She's always with her in-laws all the time. That's not good. Now, when you came, take her for a walk. That would relieve all these things. And in the end of the day, you know, piety and rely on Allah in every single problem in your life, that will solve a lot of problems. Because the heart is only in the hands of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. When you rely on Him, that will solve a lot of problems. May Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give us guidance.
2 questions from the sisters. The first is, if a husband and wife have an issue and the in-laws get involved, is it justified? And the second one is how to overcome family differences between the husband and wife.
How to?
Overcome family differences. So if the husband and the wife's family have problems, how do they solve that?
Okay, if the husband and wife has a problem, I will advise them first to keep it between you. Golden advice. don't share the problems with your mother. Sister, don't share your problem with your mother. Husband, don't share your problem with your family. Keep it between you. The more you keep it between you, the more it's chance to solve that problem. When you spread that problem, expect it will take a long time. That's number one. Number two, if you spread that and now in-laws involved, I always say, husband, you are the one who is responsible. You are qawwam. So try to be just. Try to think rationally, not emotionally. If you realize that the family are just emotionally, then try to seek help from some wise one in your family. You know, problems, when we act with problems rationally, that will help us a lot. What will happen that always emotions involve, and that's what cause a lot of problems. So I would say, if you know any wise man or woman in your family, try to involve them. It's need wisdom. Wisdom is very important in this. Yes, okay. 2 minutes, yes, go on.
Is Islamic counseling a good thing if things go that far, or should that be avoided?
Is Islamic counseling? Yes, Islamic counseling is very good. Islamic counseling, you have, in some stages you will go for it. First of all, try to solve it with each other. Secondly, try to involve some wise people in the family. If not, try to go to the counseling. Because the benefit of counseling, that counselor, he has a long experience. This problem for him is just a framework that he solved many of this. So it can give you a quick answer in a short time. But in the end of the day also, the problems, when you come close to Allah both, that's what make all these problems very tiny. At-taqwa, closeness to Allah, is the key for happy family. Allahu a'lam, sallallahu ala abdi rasulih.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم